Hey YouTube, this is Teen Techie and today I'm going to show you a beginner's guide to Mac Terminal. In this video, I will show you what Terminal is, why it is so effective, and I will show you 10 basic commands that will allow you to navigate your Mac through the Terminal application. But before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn the notifications on so you can be alerted when I post new videos. So the first thing is, what is Terminal? To better understand Terminal, first we have to go over what Finder is. So Finder is a graphical user interface, a GUI, meaning that instead of displaying data through text or any other medium, it displays the data in your computer through visual images. Finder is a default Mac operating system file manager. The purpose of Finder is to manage your files and organize your folders in a way that you can easily navigate your Mac operating system. Finder is mostly meant for basic actions such as renaming folders, creating new folders, or dragging a file into a folder. So now, what is Terminal? Terminal is a command line interface. As opposed to a GUI or graphical user interface, a command line interface is text-based, so it relies mostly on text commands. So in order to execute a certain command, you have to actually type it out into the interface. The fact that Terminal is a CLI allows you to create or execute more complicated actions through commands, as text-based commands are more customizable than you would find with a graphical user interface. Why should you use Terminal? So first of all, I use Terminal as a supplementary application to Finder. This allows you to quickly execute those basic actions, whereas I use Terminal for more customizable or complicated commands that I need to execute. Another reason I use Terminal is you can quickly navigate your Mac operating system when you become more familiar with Terminal. At first, it might seem a bit slow, but once you're able to practice using Terminal and get used to the interface, this makes navigating your Mac operating system a lot quicker. Terminal is a more efficient and allows you to execute more high-precision commands as opposed to any other GUI that you might use. This is because GUIs expend a lot of energy towards transforming the data into images. So now that you have a basic understanding of what Mac Terminal is, I'm going to show you 10 basic commands. But first, how did I get to the Terminal application? So you can either do this by typing in Terminal into the Spotlight, or you can go to your Launchpad and click on the Terminal application. So now that you're in Terminal, I'm going to show you the first command. This is pwd. This means path to directory, and within Terminal terminology, directory is synonymous to folder. So this is simply path to folder. So the reason this is important is because you have hundreds of files or folders in your computer, and at times the names of these folders are relatively generic, so it's kind of difficult for Terminal to identify this specific folder. So instead of typing in that specific folder name, at times you have to type in the actual path to that folder. And in order to identify the path to directory, all you have to do is type in pwd space the name of that specific folder. And as you can see, it has outlined the specific path to desktop, and this would be first going to your general users and then going to your specific account. And in order to actually type in this path to directory, what you would have to do is, instead of typing in desktop, highlight the specific path and then copy it in. And as you can see, the separate folders are separated by forward slashes, and you would have to then add the name of the actual folder. So it would be /desktop and then /. So this would be the path to desktop. And as you can see, it has showed me that this is a directory. And in order to execute any command, all you have to do is press the enter button. The next command is cd. This means change directory. So Terminal only focuses on one folder at a time. So if you want to do some specific commands in one specified folder, you would then have to change the directory to that folder. So in order to do this, all you have to do is type in cd space the name of the folder. You would verify that the command actually worked by checking the prompt name. The prompt name is the text that comes before the $sign. So in this case, the prompt name is desktop. This is how you know that Terminal is now focused on the desktop folder. So now if I wanted to navigate to the parent folder of desktop, which is simply the folder that actually contains desktop, which is your specific account, you would then have to type in cd space ... And that will allow you to easily navigate to the parent folder. Now, the prompt name is actually this squiggly line. That is because this squiggly line is symbolic of your specific account. In order to illustrate the terminal directory structure, I am going to now navigate to a more immersed folder. Now, the reason why this command did not work is because once you're trying to navigate to a more immersed folder, it is helpful to first navigate to the parent folder, then to that specific folder. So the parent folder of this terminal Mac demo folder is desktop. So what I'm going to do is change the directory to desktop, and then I'm going to type in cd space terminal Mac demo. So now that I am in the Terminal Mac Demo folder, I can now illustrate the terminal folder structure. So as you can see, at the bottom we have the Terminal Mac Demo folder, and directly above Terminal Mac Demo we have desktop. So this simply means that desktop is the parent folder to Terminal Mac Demo. Now when you have more immersed folders, you might want to navigate more than just one level up, which would be the parent folder. Maybe you want to then navigate to your specific account. In order to do this, you would have to navigate up 2 levels. And instead of typing in cd space ... enter and then cd space ... there is a shortcut. In order to navigate up 2 levels, all you would have to do is type in cd space ... and then another ... and the number of ... slashes is equivalent to the amount of levels you want to go up. So if you would like to navigate up 3 levels, you would then add another ... So now, as you can see with the prompt name, Terminal is now focused again on your specific account. The next command is ls. This allows you to show all of the contents of a specific folder. So there are 2 ways of executing this command. You can either type in ls space the name of the folder, and this would list out all of the files or folders pertinent to the desktop folder. This is very useful because, as I mentioned before with the path to directory, at times the actual name of the file is unique enough that Terminal is able to easily identify this file. So for example, if I wanted to execute a command specific to this file here, which is dockhub sign edit pdfs for gsuite.png, I would then be able to copy this name, and then I could execute any command I would like, and it would be a quicker way to execute the command. The other way to execute the ls command would be to change the directory to that specific folder you'd like to list out the contents of, which in this case is desktop. So the first thing you would do is type in cd space desktop. And now that you are in the desktop folder, by checking the prompt name, you can then just type in ls. And this will again list out all of the contents of the desktop folder. The next command is a variation of the ls command. This would be ls space -a. This would show all of the hidden files. So again, there are 2 ways to do this. Because I am already in the desktop folder, I will start with the second way, which would be to first change the directory to desktop, then type in ls space -a, and this would show all of the hidden folders. Now, if I type in ls, I can compare the shown folders or files to the hidden files. The hidden files are the files at the beginning, so this would include the dot folders or files and the ds_store hidden file. So if you're trying to locate a specific file and it does not show up in your shown files or folders, then this might be because it is located in the hidden files or folders. So again, I will show you the second way. First, you would then have to navigate to the parent folder, so cd space ... and I now know because of the prompt name that we are in the specific account folder. So you would then type in ls space -a space desktop. And then it would do the same thing as the other way, and it would list out all of the hidden files. As you can see, my terminal window is right now quite cluttered. So a way to clear your screen or clear the specific space that you are working on, all you have to do is type in clear. and then this gives you a blank screen, but it does not delete all of the previous commands. All you have to do to access the other commands is scroll up. So the visible screen is the only one that is blank at the moment. So this allows you a blank workspace, and this can be helpful when you are executing a lot of commands and you would just like to clear the screen so you can reorganize. The next command is mkdir, which stands for make directory. And again, directory is folder, so this command allows you to make a folder through terminal. So in order to do this, you would then change the directory to the folder that you would like to create this directory in. So for example, I'm going to navigate to the folder I used previously. So cd space desktop and then cd space terminal mac demo, just because I do not have a lot of files or folders, so I can easily demonstrate whether or not it worked. I am then going to type in mkdir space the name of the actual folder I would like to create. Because you want to avoid using spaces in terminal, just because terminal interprets spaces as sort of a separation in the command. Now I've just created a terminal test folder, but first let's verify. So I'm going to verify by typing in ls. So right now I have a couple of files and such, but I also have the terminal test. So that is the folder that I've just created. So the reverse of the mkdir command would be rmdir, which would simply mean remove directory. So through this command, you can actually remove any directory or folder. Just something to keep in mind, unlike Finder, which has features such as trash, so if you'd like to delete a folder, first you have to drag it into the trash and then you have to empty the trash. Because this is a separate CLI that sort of is an alternative for Finder, it sort of overrides the trash. So anything that you delete is not recoverable because you cannot then go back to the trash to recover it. So that's just something to keep in mind when using the rmdir command or any command that's similar to that and has to do with the removal of a file or a directory. So in order to execute this command, you have to type in rmdir space the name of the directory. So in this case, I'm just going to remove the techie directory by typing in rmdir space techie. So now in order to test this, I'm going to then type ls. And as you can see above, we have the techie folder right here in between the red PNG and the teen. But now between the red PNG and teen, there is no techie. The command that goes hand in hand with rmdir is just rm. This simply means remove. As you can see with the terminal mac demo folder, there are PNGs. So using this rm command, I'm going to type in rm space the name of the file, so blue.png, and make sure that you type it in correctly. Another alternative would just be to copy and paste, just to ensure that the name is completely accurate. So now let's check whether it has deleted this blue.png by typing in ls. And as you can see, the blue PNG was at the beginning, but now I've just removed it and it is no longer next to the demo. The next command would be the open command. This allows you to access any file or folder, and of course, just going over this quickly, Mac already has its default application that it opens each specific type of format with. Some examples. So any PNG or JPEG would be opened with the preview application, any PDF would be opened with the PDF reader, and so on and so forth. With this open, it's kind of like just opening Finder and clicking on one of the files or folders. So all you have to do is type in open space the name of the actual file. For example, if I wanted to open this red.png, I would just type in red.png. Or again, I could then just delete that and copy and paste it instead to ensure that it's very accurate. And as you can see, it has opened the actual preview application with this specific file, the red.png file. So the last command is the history command. So I'm just going to go to the specific account folder. So by going cd space .. So in order to execute this command, all you have to do is type in history and enter, and it will show all of the commands you've executed. And again, over here it did not respond well because I've added a capital. Just make sure to type in the command exactly, because as you can see, it rejected this history command because it did not have a capital letter. So anyways, it shows you all of your previous commands. So this might be useful if you executed a command and you'd like to reverse it or you'd like to replicate it. So if you would like to limit the history to only 10 of your latest commands, all you have to do is type in history space n, meaning the number of commands you would like to be shown. So maybe history space 10, and this only limits it to 10 commands. If this video was helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you have any additional inquiries about any type of software or about Terminal, please make sure to comment down in the comment section below so I can address your questions in a future video. Thanks for watching.